What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week here on the Whiskey Gingers podcast. We're back. We're whole. It's the original team, the OGs, as it were. I'm Brandon. He's Chris. No Jeff this week.
God damn it, Jeff.
It's glad to have him fill in last week. He'll be making appearances here and there. But this week is kind of Chris's show. I don't know anything about my own broadcast.
Really trying to throw a monkey wrench in the mix. You missed me last week, so now I got to get back in strong.
I thought last week went a little bit too smoothly. So today I offered to you to do the whiskey for the day because I already had one in. Chris said, no, I'm going to buy one. And then I showed up and he said, I have a surprise for you. I can't tell you what it is, and you're going to find out during the broadcast.
It's going to be a live reaction.
Yes. To the point where we have somebody delivering it hidden while we're doing this. So,
off screen,
yeah. So I'm pretty much just going to kick my feet up and throw this thing in cruise control because I don't know what's going on anyway.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, we're definitely going to start where we always start because, you know, if there's one thing that we're good at on this show, it's
drinking
reviewing whiskey. Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and showcase to you guys this week's whiskey, which is going to be Yellowstone whiskey. There's a little bit of a glare on that. I might be able to get. There we go. That's better. So I don't know why when I picked this up when I got home, I had this weird deja vu that I thought that we tried it on here before. Our verdict is no, we haven't. So I apologize if we have, and if we have, maybe it'll just remind us that we have had it when we try it. But I really don't think we have. I think what I'm thinking of is I see this in the local wine and fine wine and spirits every time I go in there. It's been in there for probably 2-3 years now. They've been running this there, and I just haven't picked it up.
I wonder why.
So
that's my
whenever.
Because now we're getting to the point now that I know what's in the stores.
Oh, yeah.
So
I know which ones stock which, too, because there's some that in this area that'll stock a little better than others. Mm-hmm. And some stock heavier on a Irish, some stock heavier on a bourbon.
But for the most part, there's a lot of consistencies. So whenever you pick the whiskey and it's hey, it's something neither of us have ever had, my initial question is, why? Because that means we both went into that store 30 plus times and went, yeah.
Well, it's a little different for you because when you get the bottles, usually you get it in Delaware and there's
that's what I'm saying.
A really big selection.
When I surprise you, it's hey, look at this thing I found. When you surprise me, it's
why haven't we tried this? Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been everywhere in there. I mean, not too much information on here about it. It's Yellowstone bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which I looked everywhere for a non-Kentucky straight because I know that we typically tend to shy away from them.
Overall, yeah. And
it just seemed like the options were starting to get really select and limited. So I'm hoping that this surprises me in a weird way. But this one is 46.5% alcohol, so 93 proof, so a little bit more kick on to it. It's from 1872, so they said Yellowstone Select since 1872. And what I thought was interesting about it is it says it on the bottle here. It's a seventh generation family distillery. Oh. So they have they've been doing this for a long time.
Man, 7th generations in the South. I'm going to let the listeners connect those dots.
Yeah. So apparently they founded a new distillery. It's the Limestone Branch Distillery. So I guess the family is just 7 generations of distillers and they created a new thing. But what I find interesting about that is a lot of these whiskeys that we've been doing recently, it's they'll be distilled somewhere and then barreled and aged and processed somewhere else. I don't think that's the case with this one. I think this one is 100% start to finish. They do it at their facility and then that's it.
Sorry about that. We're outside.
No worries. Well, it's close. Yeah, this is it. So they distilled and aged it in Kentucky, and it's bottled by the same company that I mentioned that was made in 2010. So this is genuinely their distilling process, their aging process, their bottling process, right from start to finish, which is cool. Because like I said, we've been having a little bit of a rough go with that recently, and I don't know if it's a problem or if it's just a smart solution for businesses. I really don't know.
We get highly manufactured whiskeys for the most part with that price point. So, I mean, you look at anything now, it's, built here, distributed. I mean, you look at the distribution centers all over the place.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of the whiskeys we're getting aren't exactly mom and pop shops.
No. But I just thought this was interesting. Yeah. I see it all the time. It's worth doing. I don't know if it has any affiliation. Obviously, we all watched the Yellowstone show. And, there is a TM on this. So, I wonder if it has some affiliation with, the brand. Yeah. Because it makes me wonder, how prominent is that brand in general that they can,
I don't think
do
there's
that.
any connection, and I'll tell you why. Because if you watch Yellowstone, I'm almost certain it's Buffalo Trace is the whiskey of Yellowstone, isn't it?
It may be, yeah.
I'm almost certain.
Like sponsored by or whatever.
It's the whiskey they drink in the show. That much I know.
Yeah.
So that might have existed pre-show.
It certainly could have.
Who knows?
Looks like a pretty cool little bottle. I mean, I think the bottle's neat looking for anybody that wants a better look at it.
Yeah.
It's a tall 750 for sure. Like,
definitely,
I mean,
definitely better that you have it.
But it's a weird shape too. Like, it's not. A lot of them have these like long necks.
Yeah, it's
this
kind of
one's
gradual.
this one's kind of weird. So, but
and the cork's different. It's a really shallow cork.
Yeah, let's give it a try. See what happens.
Yeah.
Had a weird one, but I don't know. It looks cool. We'll try it out and we'll see what we think. I feel like there's like something to be said about like the pour sound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that picks up or not. I'm kind of curious to play it back later and find out.
It might be, with the background noise, might be a little bit tough.
It's the ASMR of.
So judging by
this.
yours, it definitely looks like a darker whiskey. We definitely had lighter.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's pretty common in the Kentucky bourbon too. So we'll see what we think. It smells like a Kentucky bourbon.
It does. It does.
If you happen to have had a cold coming on, this might scare it away.
This will clear it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It smells like Brandon's not going to like it. That's
does.
exactly what it smells like.
Well,
Cheers to you. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a lot worse.
That's actually not too bad.
It's definitely got a Kentucky straight burn, but not. The smell is misleading.
It is. It smells like it's going to be way more in your face than it actually is.
No.
I think that, to be fair though, too, and I'll explain why I feel this way in a second. Price point wise, but this was actually on sale when I bought it.
Okay.
And that was a big reason why I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like for the price point, this actually, if it was a cheaper Kentucky bourbon, I think it would smack us right in the taste buds, like real hard. But I think because it was a little bit higher on price point.
Well, let me guess before the sale, because I can't guess the sale price. This feels to me, it's like a little on the gimmicky side with the Yellowstone and all. It's not bad.
It's not super high. I'll give you a hint right out the bat.
I'm thinking it's 35.
That's what I got it for.
Okay.
So it's like a $48 bottle. And I got it
more than I thought.
And I got it for like 35. So I feel like if I bought it full price, I don't know if I'd be as happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that price point, you can almost touch Basil Hayden. I think Basil Hayden is in that price point.
Yeah. That's
so.
And I think there's a chasm between the two. Not that this is bad, but there is for sure a gap in enjoyment.
And clearly, as people of the show know, we're big Basil Hayden supporters. So, that's kind of a benchmark for us, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's, there's different levels to whiskey, like we've said. I think Basil Hayden is the top of the line for daily drinking, middle ground whiskey. Then,
it's also where I would cut off. Price point wise, I wouldn't want to, your weekend, definitely anything above that price point for, your high 40s, low 50s. Cuts off for me for
that's
something that you would
warrior
exactly.
Scene.
Yep. Yeah.
Anything above that, you're kind of getting into connoisseur.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. What was interesting, I don't know if you had the chance to watch the whole thing last week or not.
I was watching almost all of it live.
Okay. Yeah, because I was under the impression that Jeff was a huge fan of the program. And we were drinking. We did Powers Irish Rye, which was actually very good, but. He was mentioning, he's like, yeah, I know you and Chris don't really like bourbons. I was like, well, where have you been for the last year? We came into this not liking bourbons, and then I thought, come around to be a pretty fair evaluator of bourbons.
I think in some ways I find myself reaching for a bourbon now on occasion where I definitely wouldn't have done that before. If I'm in the liquor store and I'm buying something for just me, not for the show, there's many times I'm actually reaching for a bottle of bourbon rather than a bottle of Irish whiskey or Scotch in this case. And I wouldn't have said that before this journey.
No. That's why I was like, I thought you watched. Some of our favorite whiskeys have been bourbons.
I think we're also a full 2 years in now, by the way. So we've been doing this for quite a long time for our valuable fans. I hope everybody's enjoying that.
Yeah, because we're what? This. Oh, we didn't put an episode number on this, or did you?
I did. It's
We
46.
46.
Yeah.
So you figure every other week. So 46. We're probably just shy of 2 years.
Yeah.
I think we.
Well, we missed a few here and there.
Yeah, so we're probably in that neighborhood. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely times where, like, almost for me, like Irish whiskey has become a little bit
Too sweet.
a little, yeah.
I find myself needing like a high quality one.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't do this before, even back when.
Yeah.
Like just go pour a glass of patties. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I wouldn't do that anyway.
I think
but, like,
floor now is JMO.
I could probably tolerate it back in the day.
Yeah.
Now patties to me just taste like sugar cubes.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't taste right anymore. And that's horrible because I really do like Irish whiskey. And I think there's like a time and place for it. But to your point, like I need like a JMO or higher now. Like
Yeah.
if I'm not doing JMO or like writer's tears or, like something like that, I don't really feel like I'm going to enjoy it as much straight.
No.
Something that still sticks proud to me all the time is the Bushmills Prohibition Edition.
Yeah, Bushmills is still great.
Bushmills is good by itself. The Prohibition Edition one, I don't even know if it's that
Genuinely
different of
really
like
good.
a recipe, but I would drink that on the rocks or straight all the time.
Right,
Like
I'm
it's so good.
right there with you.
And for the price, you literally can't beat it.
Yeah,
It's like
also-
$30.
And I think it's for me. I like the Prohibition edition better than most Jamesons I've had. The only JMO I like better than that Bushmill is the JMO Distillery edition.
Yeah.
But that's almost impossible to get your hands on.
And
once you
expensive
go.
in comparison.
Yeah, I think it was like an $80-something bottle.
So you're
in
like
country.
comparing like $80 to $30. I'll let you do
Yeah.
the math to benefit ratio on that one.
Yeah, and Four Walls stands up to me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Four Walls.
Four Walls was actually really good. That was a
Yeah.
surprising thing for me because a lot of the times those gimmicky ones, like
celebrity
the celebrity
whiskeys.
ones, are not that great. I mean, we still have yet to really truthfully do a proper 12 tasting on the show. We did it when we did those mixers that one time.
Yeah.
We
We
used
liked
it for
Traveler,
that.
didn't we?
Oh, I love Traveler.
Yeah.
I'll buy Traveler all the time. That's
Yeah.
another really good budget one for sure because that runs you at like $36
That's
for a
not
bottle
bad.
of Traveler.
I enjoyed that
So
one.
that was a solid whiskey for sure.
wonder
Chris
what-
Stapleton did something good on that one.
Well, Chris, if there's somebody I would trust to put out a banging whiskey, it's Chris Stapleton.
hmm
I wonder what other celebrities have whiskeys.
There's quite a few like Southerners and country people that have.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Whiskeys.
find. I know Florida Georgia Line has Old Camp, which is ass.
Yep.
Bob Dylan has Heaven's Door, which I don't think I've had. Not tequila. Oh, the Rockets Terramana tequila.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's definitely celeb ones that are good, and
Oh, dude, Nick Offerman's whiskey would be kind of cool.
yeah, that would be neat.
Let me see how much it is. Oh, it's Lagavulin. No.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't know. There's some cool ones. I mean, we could definitely do a thing.
Yeah, we're not doing Lagavulin, though.
I'm gonna have our producer bring out your surprise because I think it's pretty good timing,
Okay.
and I think you're gonna get a kick out of it. So,
I have no idea what this could possibly be.
to
And-
me, I saw it. So this is an alcohol,
Okay.
and I got it at the
So
liquor
it's not a
store.
whiskey.
It's not a whiskey.
Is it moonshine?
It's not moonshine. I got it as I was leaving the liquor store at the register. They had this sitting by the register,
Is it a little shooter?
and it's not a shooter. And I'm sitting there going, I have to buy this. It's either going to be the most
Oh,
amazing
it's a
nostalgic
Buzzball,
thing.
isn't it?
It's not a buzzball.
Damn it.
It's either going to be the most nostalgic thing ever, or it's going to be really bad.
Chris, if you got me Fireball, I'm going to throw
It's
it
not
at
Fireball.
you.
I
I
promise. It's not a high
Okay.
like, percentage alcohol.
So it's not the 99 apples. Peach,
No. So I only had our producer's going to bring out a glass and one of the. Are you ready? This is a live reaction from
Okay, I'm
Brandon
interested.
Fix.
Chris, if it's a 4
Do I
local,
just
I'm
show it
swinging
to
It's
him?
not. Just show it to him, and then I'll show the camera afterwards.
I've been wanting to try it.
So for everybody
I haven't
viewing at
heard
home,
about it on the internet.
this is a Sunny D vodka seltzer, and I'd like to point out I'm super like anti vodka seltzers usually. Like I don't get on the White Claw trend. I don't get on the Surfside trend.
Whoa,
Like,
whoa, whoa.
I'll have them.
Surfside's not a vodka seltzer.
I'll have
It's
them.
not carbonated.
Well, that's true.
And it's fresh.
It's just
brewed
like
tea.
it's like a vodka iced tea. I'll like get behind it if I have to, but like I really just don't enjoy them. I find that they're a little much for me in the flavor department as far as being like too sweet.
Surfsides?
Yeah.
It's
So,
almost
like-
like unsweetened tea.
This will too, I'm sure. But apparently these are gluten free but I saw Sunny D vodka seltzer, and Morgan brought up a good point. It's like, this is super nostalgic.
Oh my god!
You remember drinking Sunny D all the time as a kid.
I remember thinking Sunny D had any nutritional value.
Oh, not at all. It's like you thought you were drinking orange juice and
No,
you're being
it's
healthy,
just orange soda
but it's
without the
not.
fuzz.
It's like Kool-Aid, but
Yeah.
it's orange or like orange, whatever, orange juice flavored. So I figured we'd crack this thing open
Absolutely.
and try it out a little bit.
I wish we would have gotten to it with a shotgun one on the podcast.
Yeah, we certainly could. Well, I have 4 of them.
You got 4.
So, I could have done that, but I figured between the 93,
Just give me a full glass.
the 93 proof and this,
That's
probably not a good idea to be putting a bunch of them back. But I want to try this. Immediately smells
It smells
exactly like Sunny D to me.
All right, let's see. Here's the childhood.
Yep.
All right, can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm underwhelmed.
I'm underwhelmed too. I wish it tasted more like Sunny D. I know that's like the thing. It has alcohol in it. It can't be that.
I don't think it tastes like Sunny D at all.
You're right. It tastes more like orange soda.
Yeah.
Than it tastes like Sunny D. What would you classify Sunny D?
Can I taste that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, it's not even orange?
It's not.
No.
It's a bit of a
It
letdown,
sucks.
honestly.
No, I shouldn't say that. I appreciate
It
you guys.
smells like Sunny D, though.
But it don't taste like it.
It smells like Sunny D. It does not taste like Sunny D.
That's so weird. It tastes like Sprite.
It tastes like Fanta.
The fact it's not orange bothers me to no end.
It is refreshing. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Actually, when's the last time you drank Sunny D?
Not an embarrassingly short amount of time.
it took me. I probably haven't had Sunny D in
Recently,
probably like
probably?
10 years.
Within the last 2 weeks,
I was gonna
probably.
say,
You
I
did?
actually think
So your opinion is probably the most appropriate on this
I
matter.
don't
I
think
saw
I've
the
had,
Dollar Tree and I pulled the trigger.
I haven't had Sunny D. Honestly, maybe since like 2000. That actually tastes like Sunny D to me.
I assure you.
But here's the problem. You guys want to get into a debate tonight on the podcast, talk about how much food and everything has changed since we were kids.
Yeah.
That tastes like Sunny D from when I was a child drinking it on the beach. It does not taste like Sunny D that you probably get in the store today.
I don't know. Sunny D
I don't
was.
remember this tasting like Sunny D at all.
First of all, Sunny D,
It's
and
too mild.
I understand that like this has got like vodka in it, and it's kind of probably watered down in a sense.
That's-
Sunny D was thick.
That tastes
Like-
like Sunny D.
Sunny D was like milky.
It was almost like I hate to use the term, but it was like pulpy almost.
Yeah.
Like it tasted like you were drinking orange juice because orange juice is a thick, obviously. But this to me is not the same thing.
No, it's like and the fact it's not orange is so
Mm.
frustrating. How the fuck is it not orange?
Well, I thought it was a long shot. For me, it was really pure nostalgia, and I thought it was
Yeah, I was
absolutely
excited
hysterical.
too. That's
Like
tough.
the fact that it just has this amazing branding on here, and you see like the big D on the Sunny D logo. It's just like you're all in. I saw
I
this
mean,
at the register.
yeah,
What would you do in my
I
position?
don't
Like,
disagree with the move. I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming the people at Sunny D for letting this go out.
to be fair though, too, like these things are so overpriced in general.
How much was that?
4-pack was $10, which like I know that some 4-packs for the other Surfsides and stuff can get even more expensive than that, but that seems criminal to me when you think about like beer. You can get like 12 of them for
Oh, dude.
way less than this.
I've been trying to, for a long time, I've been trying to like get my friends and specifically my girlfriend on like beer.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we'll go out and I'm like, yeah, well, I'll just have whatever's on the special, like PBR, Rolling Rock, whatever the hell it is. It's like, yeah, $4 a beer.
It's a really good bang for your buck.
Yeah, and then she'll do like wine, a sangria, cocktail. I'm like, okay, well, there's $20 out the door.
Nothing's more shattering than when you go to like a bougie bar and you like get a beer and a mixed drink and they say, oh yeah, that'll be $28.
Yeah,
And you're
it's
like, oh,
I
okay.
don't think it will.
I don't think it should be. I think that you're overpriced, good sir.
Yeah, and like buying these at the liquor store too. To your point, like I'll drink anything beer wise. Typically it's Yingling, but I'll drink whatever. So I'll go for softball. My softball games, I'll get a PBR. So
Yeah.
it's like 12-pack PBR is like $8, $9,
Mhm.
and then if you get a 4-pack of Surfsides, it's like 15.
Yeah, it's insane. The price per unit is insane on like these seltzer drinks.
Yeah,
And I guess you could make the argument that like they have vodka in them, so maybe that should be more of a price, but the percentage isn't there. I mean, these things are 4.5%. There's a lot of beers that are more than that.
Yeah, that's my issue with like.
So like the ingredients can't cost more than a beer in order to manufacture. So like it doesn't taste. It's not champagne. So
No,
I don't know.
It's cheap vodka and, from what I can tell, artificial orange flavor. Because it sure as hell ain't orange.
I don't know, man. I think that it's very strange how that's kind of
Now,
turned into that.
if you wanted to, if I wasn't driving home and you really wanted to get hammered,
Oh, you could pound these easy.
I'm taking one step further.
Yeah.
If you get one of these, maybe go halfway. No one can see what I'm doing. Go halfway, Sunny D seltzer. Then maybe do a floater of like Jameson orange. I think now we got something.
Wait, I think I got rid of my Jameson orange. I was going to say, I thought I still might have had some in the house.
Producer!
Really funny. No, I definitely got rid of it because it gets crusty. You have Jameson orange in the house too. Did you notice yours gets crusty over time?
Do we have Jameson orange?
No, I got rid of it. It's check, but I don't think we have it. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess because of all the sugar and everything, it gets crusty on the outside. Fireball and shit does that too, I think.
Not to keep it cold. I've had a bottle. I mean, I don't like Fireball. I've had a bottle of it for a year and a half. But it's in the fridge, so it's kept that way for some reason.
What's your opinion on? Or I 100% think this. In my opinion, there's certain flavors that don't belong in certain things.
Cinnamon and everything.
And like alcohol is a big one. Think about like Pinnacle Whipped. Why is there a whipped cream flavored vodka?
Pinnacle sucks. Fireball sucks. What's it called? What's the black licorice one? Jaeger? Hard pass.
Jaeger is all right. Ice cold. Like I'm talking, it needs to be in the snow for like 10 hours.
Nah.
And then it's all right. I still don't like it, but there was a hometown bar, like a dive bar that I used to go to, like way back in the day, and it would be like a shot of Jaeger ice cold and a Budweiser, like a Bud Heavy, and that was like a special there. You would get that like together.
We've talked about this on the show.
The beer and the shot.
That's
special.
Like the city one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would much rather do a beer and a wood too. Black licorice liquor is.
I don't really like licorice flavor in general. Like I don't eat Twizzlers. I've never been a Twizzler person. But there's definitely. I like gummy worms. I think they're good.
At a time, I used to like Sour Patch Kids, but as I've gotten older, I have very little time for candy in general. But if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be a Reese's.
I'm not that big of a sweets person anymore.
I say I'm a sweet. Reese's.
What'd you say the first time? Reese's?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did he say Reese's the first time? I don't think he did.
No, it's Reese's. Yeah, Reese's Puffs, Reese's Cups. Reese's Cups is a lot of syllables.
I was in the store the other day, and I don't remember what cereal it was, and I wish I did. They like had a total mascot change. Like the whole box branding was totally different. I don't remember what cereal it was, but it like
did Captain Crunch get canceled.
Honestly, it could have been.
Get Christopher Columbus off my cereal.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I actually took a picture of it.
You got a picture?
I took a picture of it. It's going to take me a second to find it.
I'll kill time until then. No, and neither can the viewers. Oh, it's still delicious.
Yeah, they're on like the yellow food coloring now. They had their time with the red food coloring. Now apparently yellow is the bad thing. I definitely have a picture of this somewhere. And it's going to kill me that I can't find it. But I took it jokingly.
You a cereal household as you're looking through that?
Oh, absolutely.
So there was none of this. Like, if you're lucky, you get.
Oh, here it is. Plates. Wait, is it this?
No, that's still Tony.
No. Wait. So this is the funny part. I took 2 pictures. Did I not take 2 pictures?
No. That's just Tony the Tiger. For
no, it is. It is. But I must not taken the second picture.
Yeah, it's just.
So what was weird? What was weird is they had. I think it was Frosted Flakes. They had Frosted Flakes, but then they had something else that was a totally different thing.
Well, he's wearing
under the same under the. Yes. Maybe let me look up Frosted Flakes and see if they changed it.
Yeah, I don't know that he.
Did you like Frosted Flakes growing up?
Yeah, Frosted Flakes is the closest thing to me to like a healthy cereal. Like I know they're still coated in sugar, but like them and Honey Nut Cheerios were the closest thing you were getting to like adult cereals. Otherwise, It was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Puffs, like mainlining sugar in the morning.
I was a big Lucky Charms kid. I loved Lucky Charms. I don't know where this is.
I didn't mind them. Like if I would eat them if they're in the house, but they just got. I thought they got stale the quickest.
Yeah.
Like once you opened them, you had that school week before they were unedible.
And then there was a couple cereals that totally ripped the hell out of your mouth. Like I think Captain Crunch was definitely one of them. The roof of your mouth was just absolutely done by the time you were eating one of those.
Especially their peanut butter ones, where they're like the little like rock solid, little like BBs.
Yeah, those are bad. What else did that? There were some other cereals that did that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, people said did that, but I never really felt that. I didn't have an issue with that.
That's just evolution.
Yeah. Only the strong survive for cereal.
I'm sorry, your mouth is so delicate.
Maybe that's why my mouth is like so okay with like spicy and other things. I just ripped the hell out of all my taste buds for years with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, the only one I never could get behind was like Rice Krispies could fuck straight off.
You know why I liked Rice Krispies, and this is terrible to say this.
Oatmeal.
So like Rice Krispies had some sugar in it, but probably a lot less in comparison to the other sweet cereals. I used to put like 2 spoonfuls of sugar in my Rice Krispies. I would get the cereal, pour it, put the milk in, and then I would top it off with 2 scoops of sugar and then stir it in. What was really funny about that was I actually at the end of like I don't know, this might split the rim. I feel like this always has. I was when I'm done with my cereal person, I drank the milk. And this actually is a hot topic thing. Like some people don't drink the milk. I always drank the milk, no matter what the cereal was.
Really?
I always drank the milk. I found it to be like better than regular milk because all the sugar and the sweetness and stuff was in it.
There's enough people like you to the point where I don't know if you've ever seen them. They made
like
bowls.
What am I, minority?
Like no, I'm saying like you said it splits the room. Like they made bowls.
I had them
with the straw
and I had them.
Oh my god!
I used to eat Cocoa Puffs out of it as a kid.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Did your parents also get you those like dinner pals or
the divider plates? No, I wasn't.
No,
I wasn't
like,
one of
they had a
those.
face with like
They
an
did,
apple on.
yeah. What were those? What they called dinner pals? They're called something else.
Damn it! It was something like that. Food pals, dinner pals.
It was something pals. You're 100% right.
I'm gonna see if I can get close enough and have Google get me the rest of the
You're
way.
100% right.
Hefty Zoo Pals.
Zoo Pals.
Yeah, these little guys.
I wish that we could overlay like video on our thing and play play the commercials for it. Yeah, play the commercials because commercials are great.
It was like Zoo Pals.
Yep.
It was so good.
I think that.
And I always wanted them because I'm such a person where my food doesn't intermingle.
Oh really?
No.
I know a few people that they have them in the stores.
Oh, we're getting word that Zoo Pals are back.
They're back. Zoo Pals are back.
If you catch me as an adult eating out of a Zoo Pals,
I feel like you would.
I hate what my food does. It depends on what it is. Like if they're light things, I'm cool.
Yeah, but they all go in the same place anyway.
Yeah, but not on the way in.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's true. And like, are you also one of those people? I know quite a few people that are like this. They'll eat all of one thing first. So like, let's say you have something on your plate. Your dinner is. Let's say your dinner is like chicken, broccoli, and rice. Yeah. I know quite a few people that will eat all of the chicken, all of the broccoli, then all of the rice, and then they'll like drink their drink. They'll go as far as to like not drink anything until they're done too.
No, I'm a bite and sip guy, so I'm drinking throughout, and then I'm kind of running the gauntlet of things.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is one of those people. He's infuriating to eat with.
Really?
Yeah, because you'll go out and like I probably eat quicker than I should. But I'll be done eating, and he'll be done his burger, and then I'll look to the left, and we haven't
got a whole thing of fries.
Yeah, started where the other side is. So I'm like, all right, strap in, folks. Be here a while.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting concept. I'm not that person. Maybe I was when I was younger. I might have like prioritized what I ate, but I definitely eat a little bit of everything. And I used to care more about my food touching. Now I don't care at all.
Like I said, it depends on the thing for me. Like there are some things that I don't think should ever touch. Off the top of my head,
I was gonna say, give me like an idea of what you're thinking.
Groups. Like I don't like if I was having like for any reason like pasta and like maybe like a side vegetable or something, separate plates.
Okay.
But like chicken and rice, I'll do them together.
Mash and pretty much anything goes together.
With mash, but especially mashed peas.
Mashed peas is good, or corn.
Nothing should go with mac and cheese for the most part. Anything like Thanksgiving's a nightmare for me. Like, I love Thanksgiving, but like if
You need like 4 plates to like
if I
do
get gravy in
Thanksgiving.
my sweet potato casserole, my day is ruined.
Well, you know what? Most families, like our family, we can kind of like go in layers almost. Like you can like, everything's on the table and you might not fit everything on one. You might not fit everything on one plate. So like you kind of like, oh, I'll have like a turkey, a little bit of gravy, and maybe some mash, and then I'll like go back in and then go for something else. I feel like we talked about this, maybe not. I like ham on Thanksgiving alongside my turkey. I'm not saying in replacing, like I'm not saying in substitution of my turkey. I still want turkey on Thanksgiving, but I also like ham too.
We don't disagree much on this. Like we're close. On Thanksgiving, I disagree with you. I think it's turkey right down the middle.
Yeah.
Christmas, fair game for both.
It's ham. Yeah.
Easter, fair game for both.
Yeah.
The only time I don't like to mix them is Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving's turkey all day.
Do you want to know why I like it? It's because Morgan makes a banging split pea soup. So the more ham we have in the holiday era, the more split pea soup we have from the leftovers of the ham. So like I get it Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then like later in the year too, in the spring if we do anything for Easter with ham.
And that makes sense because for the life of me, I can cook a lot of things. I cook mean turkey. Me and ham just don't see eye to eye.
Ham is great, dude. I love a good ham, especially like they do the spiral hams with the glaze on them. Those are so good.
It is just so goddamn hard to keep a ham moist for long.
You think so?
I think so. Like turkey, like I have all the secrets. Like we're coating it in mayo. We're injecting it with beer.
You put mayo on the turkey
before it goes in the grill.
Really? Oh yeah, you guys grill your turkey too, and you guys have deep fried it as well. I haven't done that yet.
So for Thanksgiving, it's deep fried. Obviously, you don't layer that with mayo, or else you die. But you do inject it with beer to keep it moist. But then, Christmas, we'll do ham and a turkey. That one we'll do in the smoker with the mayo.
I've never heard of that before. That's news to me.
You don't taste the mayonnaise. Like when you
I don't think you would. It's like a binder, right?
Yeah, it's like when you do grilled cheese. Some people do butter, some people do mayo.
No. Everybody should do butter. I've never done mayo.
Way crispier. Do some research.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that. I'm also not a mayo person in general.
Again, you don't.
So like maybe that's the problem, but
it's just to crisp up the outside.
Yeah.
But butter gets more runny. Mayo gets more crispy.
Very interesting.
It's not just me that thinks this. I've done there are online chefs who will agree with that logic.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it.
Before we get done, because we're at 32 minutes right now. When we were talking earlier about like sugar cereals and like weird breakfasts and stuff, you could look at me like I had 10 heads. But I remember this coming up when my dad and I were home alone. He was like, so what do you want for a snack? Nothing in the house. Did you ever just do it was bread, butter, brown sugar, or cinnamon, whatever it was, just those 3 things? Has that ever come across your desk?
I don't think so, but I definitely would do like toast if you were like,
it wasn't
if you wanted something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever put that combo together. It sounds good.
Man, yeah, that used to be like if we had nothing in the house, I wouldn't even go looking. Like if we had Oreo or something, I'd ask my dad, like, hey, can we do like sugar toast or whatever I call it?
Yeah.
Slap.
That sounds really good. It sounds like big cinnamon toast crunch, honestly.
I still think about it sometimes. Like when I'm home,
sounds pretty good.
I'm an adult and I have the ingredients to do this.
Yeah.
But I've never met anyone else that did it. So
big thing to end this, because this could spark a whole new conversation. I don't want to bring us way too far over. It was brought to my attention by Morgan that apparently Oreos are either going to get banned or like severely limited, and Cheez-Its or something too, because they have like some stuff in them that's really bad. And it just makes me think like
war chest.
All of these things that we grew up with are probably so bad for people, and they're just going to start dying on the chopping block.
Double stuffed Oreos out of my cold dead hands.
I was a big double stuff. See, this is the problem. This could go like real like over on this, but like. Is there
mattresses for double stuffed Oreos?
There's a limit though, like right. So double stuff for me was the cap. When they came out with triple stuff,
too much cream.
Or mega or whatever the hell it was called,
there's not
too
enough,
much.
There's not enough snack.
There's a ratio. Cream. There's a ratio there that's important.
I think normal is passable, but it could be better.
Yep.
Double's your sweet spot.
Yep.
Triple, it's all cream.
Do you remember? I'll actually end it on this. Mm-hmm. Do you remember going like?
I got nowhere to be, man. My girlfriend's sick.
My grandmother used to keep Oreos in the house all the time because she knew I really liked them. Mm-hmm. There was something about like grandma's Oreos, they were always kind of stale.
How did she store them?
She stored them in a jar. Like she would take them out of the
she
package
did.
and she put them in a jar. So like, and
It's in a glass jar.
you know that's what it was. Hers was actually, depending on the time of the year, was a different jar shaped like a different season. So like
That's
around
not
this
cool.
time of the year, it would be like a pumpkin shaped jar, and she'd have all the Oreo cookies or like whatever cookies she had in the time. What's really funny about that is, it's so funny to say, like grandma's cookies were always the best, but they were also probably stale 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, you're not completely wrong. Because I don't relate to this grandma's wise, because my grandma lived in Florida, so I mean, I got down there 2 or 3 times a year if I was lucky. But I was just talking to my buddy about this. Nick, you met him. Yeah, his grandfather was my neighbor growing up, so he was like my de facto grandfather next door. And he would always have Vienna fingers.
Oh, I fucking love those.
So, dude, he's the reason I love
I
them.
love those.
And he would have them in this glass jar, but he was a mechanic at heart.
Yeah.
And he had those lids with that little like rubber washer around it.
Yep.
Dude, I swear to God, those things could have been 6 months old. And they were brand goddamn new.
Somebody knew what they were doing when they figured out that ratio between like dry cookie cracker and filling.
Dude. Like Oreos, Dunkin' Milk, great. Vienna fingers too.
Amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Those are really good. I also, and then they made like the what's the gnome brand?
Are you going to talk about the EL fudge?
They're so good.
Those things are
Those
awesome.
are so good. What's the brand for that called?
Keebler.
Was it Keebler?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are good.
But they came double stuff. They didn't even have to jump.
They didn't even have to jump up to that. That's how it was. They had the ratio right out the gate.
If people want more chocolate, we're going to give it to them.
Definitely. I also didn't mind those like the sugar wafers. I was a big fan of those too.
Oh, the little, like the real
like the vanilla
ones.
sugar wafers.
See, that's one of the things. Like, I love those. That's one of those like inflation things that hit me the hardest.
Yeah.
Every gas station used to do 99 cents for the pack,
and
it was the best value in the world. There's 8 of them for 99 cents.
Yeah.
Now they're like $2.99, and I won't touch them.
Yep. You know what I think is weird? We like went down the rabbit hole on this, but that's fine. I don't have anywhere to be either. I'm home.
Yeah, that's true.
Hostess brand stuff to me, A, doesn't look the same, and
No.
B, doesn't taste the same as it used to.
No,
Do you feel the same way? Do you feel the same way? Like that stuff to me, like they used to have the Hostess one with like the chocolate like brownie thing with the white frosting swirl on top.
Yeah.
That was like a staple growing up.
That was a ring ding.
I don't think they taste that good anymore. Like I
Yeah.
really don't think they're good.
They're also mad sexual. Like ring ding was one. They had ding dongs.
Ding dongs.
Like, you had America's youth just flying down ding dong.
Hey, pass me that ding dong.
Yeah, like I mean, we weren't a big.
They wound up on they were in PDD's parties.
Yeah, oh god. I think it was Drake's at the Devil Dog. That was a big staple in my house. Devil
Yeah.
Dogs were huge, and then
Were you a Twinkie household? I never had
No,
Twinkies
we
in the
didn't touch
house. Yeah, I didn't have them in the house. Something about those, not that any of these are healthy for you, but something about those
seemed worse.
seemed like they could survive a nuclear warhead, and that
Yeah.
was what made me a little nervous. They're up there with like McDonald's chicken nuggets as far as like lasting forever.
We were a Tasty Cake family because of our proximity to Philadelphia. So pretty much it was Tasty Cake candy cakes, like the peanut butter cake chocolate ones, fire. And then my dad would always have the chocolate juniors in.
Yep.
But we kept it local. We support local business.
We pretty much always had one of those Entenmann's double chocolate cakes in the house. Do you remember those?
Yeah, we were donuts.
Those
we
were
Entenmann donuts.
real good.
Yeah.
Like those double fudge chocolate cakes.
Oh,
was
I know the one you're
probably
talking about.
so bad for you, but like I really enjoyed those
Pepperidge
growing
Farm
up.
made them too.
Yeah.
We used to have a Pepperidge Farm outlet, which I know, classy. So we would go to the outlets and get our baked goods that they couldn't sell in like Wawa's or Swiss Farms. They'd take them back to the outlets.
Oh, that's funny.
Clearly things were going great for us in the early 2000s.
What a time to be
Their
alive.
pastries on sale.
What a time to be alive. Amazing.
We before we let this thing go, I'm trying to think. Not before the next episode, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're going. Me, you, and Jeff are taking another trip, right?
It is before next Yeah, it should be before next episode because we have this weekend coming up and then it's the following weekend.
So we should have that.
Our return episode would be on Tuesday. We may either replace that or supplement it with video from camping. Yeah. So we're going to do our yearly camping trip with Jeff, our good friend Jeff. And the difference between this and the cruise is we'll have the ability to record
a little bit easier.
a little
We'll be at a
easier
bar.
on this. We won't be at a bar on a boat with people singing and dancing next to us.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit easier. So we may either Brandon and I will talk about it off screen anyway. We always tend to propose these things on air, but we'll talk about whether we're gonna like replace 2 Tuesdays from now's episode with that, or if it's just gonna be like a supplemental thing for YouTube. Every now and again, we like throwing those YouTube videos on. Again, we always say we're gonna like try and put more of them on there, so that may be a good supplemental thing for us. But
Yeah, we'll probably do both.
it could
Especially
be
if
really
Jeff happens
fun
be
to do
around.
like some campfire,
Yeah.
bourbon talk, and I think that'll be really good. We're gonna be in another state forest. We'll be all out
Yeah.
on our own.
It won't
so-
be live. That's
No,
for
it will
sure.
definitely. We're not gonna get any service at all.
But
So we'll figure it out. Hopefully, we'll have a better recording situation. Maybe we'll bring a laptop to try and like get a slightly better recording thing than on our phones, because that didn't work out too well last time.
the sound quality was kind of tough.
But we'll keep you guys
We'll figure
posted
that
about
out.
that. Just keep an eye out, because you may either see that come out before our next episode or immediately afterwards. But we'll figure that out as time goes on.
Yeah, and we'll put it even if it's like a YouTube exclusive like recording, we'll still put it on our Twitter.
Yep, exactly.
It'll fine. But until either 2 Tuesdays from now or the 12th, I'm trying to think of the dates. I'm Brandon. He's Chris. We're the Whiskey Gingers.
Thanks, guys.